We'll balance it. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Nayanda kajanige agatira babo basale baya kumujinga mumulenga lenga jindi na bola Jesu Nayandisha kaimbe ilimbo la huzunda jibi jindi agulutaniga imuji Miriamu kamwambile mapenzi nonaga penga munyiga agandipukute misozi Jesu jilenga nzuo kamwambile mapenzi nonaga penga munyiga agandipukute misozi Jesu jilenga nzuo tuya wimba wimbo lupya agumola mwana mbelele wawide mulinguwe nobaya gubuga wabola siatwawe uzofutula bawe jia bukomanisha kubasale bawe tuya wimba wimbo lupya agumola mwana mbelele wawide mulinguwe nobaya gubuga wabola siatwawe uzofutula bawe jia bukomanisha kubasale bawe ulabola muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola 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 muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola 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 muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi tuya wimbali mbolu agubola mwana mbelele bawide mulinguwe nobaya gubuga wabola siatwawe uzofutula bawe jia gukomanisha kubasale bawe tuya wimbali mbolu agubola mwana mbelele bawide mulinguwe nobaya gubuga wabola siatwawe uzofutula bawe jia gukomanisha kubasale bawe tuya wimbali mbolu agubola mwana mbelele bawide mulinguwe nobaya gubuga wabola siatwawe uzofutula bawe jia gukomanisha kubasale bawe ulabola muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi ulabola 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 muga mwini gaseluga mumabumbi
Welcome back to Accafest with Just Harmony. You sang a song, Ulabola. Can somebody please translate that song for the Namibians, because we have been dying to know what the meaning of that song is.
Okay, I think I can explain that one. So in Tonga, one of our languages, the word wola means come. So when you say Ulabola, it means he's coming. So basically the song talks about the coming back of Jesus Christ. look forward to that day when we'll meet on the glassy sea or a suffering blue, and we'll be taken to heaven.
Okay, so getting into our interview, but before I can continue, I am Sophia Matejo Muyambango, of course, with a T. Getting into our interview, I would like to know, is there any one of you, do you perhaps sing in other groups aside from Just Harmony?
Yes, we do, we do have someone that sings in another group, Moses. Yeah.
Moses, okay. How do you cope with singing in other groups? Like, how do you manage your time? Just Harmony, another group, how do you?
Okay, so first and foremost, there are different dates that we rehearse. I sing in another group called the SEAL, and the SEAL meets Tuesdays and Thursdays, and Just Harmony meets Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. So the timings are different, number one. Secondly is that if, for example, we have a program, so what actually happens is that the first program, the program that comes first is what is prioritized. If the program with Just Harmony comes first, so we're heading out with Just Harmony for ministry. If it comes first with the seal, then we proceed in that program. Sure.
Okay. Another question. How do you balance your commitments? You know, you go to work, you sing, perhaps you have other commitments in church, you might be a church club. How do you balance that?
Okay, first and foremost is good time management. Number one, you have to plan your week in such a way that, for example, if it's on a Wednesday and you are meeting as Just Harmony, I know in the morning, because I wake from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So after work, I know my day ends with rehearsal. So that is the commitment part, because it's on my program, not just abruptly, but it's planned. Sure.
So this question is directed to anybody in the group. How do you generate funds to support your group? You know, there are some groups that do concerts and so forth. We want to know more, like from Just Harmony, what do you do to generate funds for your group?
Okay, that's not an easy question, but like you've mentioned, some groups do concerts, so even we sometimes do concerts as an initiative to raise funds. But I think the first and biggest point of reference for us in raising funds is ourselves. We put it a point that Just Harmony is part of us, and it can only grow if we put in what it needs. So whenever we need anything as a group, first of all, as members, what are we able to come up with together? Then in an event where what we are putting together is not enough, then we go external with initiatives like concerts, for example. Our church, Villa SDA Church, is also very helpful. The members there, they are open to us asking from them, and they're able to come through. And we also have some people that just love our music, and they are open to helping us whenever we need their help. But I think the first and biggest point for us is ourselves as a group.
The last question I have, you know, there are upcoming singing groups, right? There are singing groups that are they're just starting out. What advice do you have for them? Like, what are the main objectives? Like, what are they supposed to look at when they are starting their singing groups? Seeing that your group is almost my age, so like, you know, yeah, what are the objectives that can keep them, you know, rooted in spreading the word and not diverting and doing other stuff? What are those objectives that you can give to upcoming singers?
Okay, all our directors to take that.
Yeah, so that was a little trick because, you know, when sing groups are coming out, they come up with, they have different reasons. So for me, I feel, you know, what's the purpose? Why did you start that group? Is it that you just want a platform, you just want people to also love you, and then you just want, it's a a trial and things like that. So the first thing I feel is they need to know why they started that group, and that is going to help them out. And two, they need to know what kind of line they're going to take in their music, because if they don't, they'll tap different styles. I think one of the brothers here mentioned the approach that us as Just Harmony has taken. So that we've stuck to that, and it has helped us grow in the same line, the traditional part. So they should know what kind of music they would want to go with that is going to help them out. But above all, they should pray. I think this is one part that we also neglect as groups. We feel, let's rehearse, it's more of rehearsal than prayer. So if they can put prayer as one of their first points, that would be so helpful for them, and they may thrive.
Maybe in addition to that, I'd just like to add teamwork. You see, as groups, as you're saying, we're the six of us, but there are certain songs where maybe it's Peter leading, there are certain songs where it's Moses leading, you know, and sometimes within groups, it's possible for jealousy to, you know, to come up, because he's always leading, you know, he's always leading. But if you just remember that it's a team, so in spite of who's leading, what's important is, as a team, how do you sound, you know, and is the message that you're trying to put across being put across by that individual who's leading. But remembering that he's not singing alone, you're singing together. But the point is, does the message get to the people that you're singing to? So I think teamwork is very important, and reduction of pride. Just don't be proud, even as an individual. Sometimes it's evident that this one may be more talented than others, you know. Just remain humble in spite of that, and grow as a team.
But not, yeah, that's very true. But not taking away that's just the challenge of taking up a lead. You know, we always laugh on how we take up leads. When someone is the main lead for that particular song is not there, you know, like there's someone who's just waiting to grab the opportunity and take it out, you know.
Like,
and we laugh about, yeah, like in this case, you know, where we don't have the other leads, and the guys are so excited taking up those leads, you know. Yeah, that also helps the group to grow, knowing to say, it's not that I'm the best lead, but for that particular part, for that particular sound, we may need you. Maybe Peter may sound better in this particular sound. Moses may sound better, but knowing that they are both first tenors, but they are sounds that we are looking for, that they would sound better. Yeah.
So, it's something that we also do. It's not just about singing. Remember, okay, I can just say, for example, if you see one of the members in the streets, what comes into your mind? If you would me personally, just for to me, so what just happened? Yes. So now, just like Zubo said, it's about teamwork, right? And it's also about the gospel. So it triggers down again to your personal self. How you portray yourself out there, knowing that, okay, yeah, I sing in this group, which is a ministry. So it wouldn't be appropriate where you're from doing God's work, then when you're off the stage, then you become somebody else. So you might mislead the soul winning project or program. So you have to be an example. So that you have to be available. So that God should use you. Yes.
And additionally, with the ministry going forward, from the question that you asked, another thing that I would like to add on is self-rehearsal. This is ministry. It requires each and everyone to put in effort. So you can't move forward without each one of you putting in effort. So regardless of the group that's coming up, effort and purpose and prayer above all. Sure. And above all, also have mentors in the line that you want to proceed.
Wow, that was really, really encouraging. If you want to know more about your group, or if you want to, to know more about the ministry, the music ministry, don't forget to join us on the 3rd of August, 2025, where Just Harmony will be answering more of your questions. And also, Acapella is coming with exciting news. We will be having an Acapella Festival Season 2 on the 4th of October. With that said, can you give us another song, just to bless us for the ending?
Sure. Why not?